if you look here, what you'll see is on the right side, or on the left side here, you will see this is my SPY 5-minute chart. And then over here, this is my SPX, and this is a 2-minute chart. So we were really kind of zooming in on the 2-minute chart today as we were looking for our trade. But on the 5-minute chart, you can see prices coming down and coming down and coming down. And here we were, it was coming down, coming down, coming down. We are not looking to jump in and trade this. We're waiting. We're waiting to see at what point does this start to reverse. These dots, when they're yellow, are saying that there is negative momentum, basically negative pressure on the market. Things are bearish. This is an RSI indicator right here. And when it's below 50%, it's basically saying the same thing, that this is bearish. This is getting to an extreme level of bearish, so that's a place where it might start to reverse and U-turn. And right now the cycle indicator is way below. This is kind of the top area, bottom area, and we're way below that. So we're looking for a hook. And Michael basically said we're looking on price action, we're looking for, well, after we look for time of day, which right now it's 12:10, 12:15. So it's a little early because we know the lunchbox goes about 12 o'clock to 12:40 or so. And so we're looking for a move that might be towards the end of that time. It often goes sideways when everybody's out to lunch and nobody's really participating. But once they come back to work, and then things start to move. So we were here and we were looking at a lot of people, like when they see it going down, they want to go, oh, let's bet to the downside. But that's not our strategy. We wait for the next time that it U-turns. And so we're looking for, first of all, a reversal candle. And so I'm just going to play this thing along. This is the candle that we got. And this isn't quite a reversal candle in that there's not like a long wick on the candle, but it is showing that price is coming down and then starting to come back up. In this instance, what I like to see is I like to see the green get all the way back above the red to really confirm that, hey, price is reversing. So that's not enough for me to take a trade. Now this one I like. See the difference between that? And I'm going to make this a little bigger so everybody can see it a little bit better. I'm just going to zoom in on this chart here. There. Even bigger. There we go. Boom. There we were. Right? So we kind of got the reversal candle confirmation. That's okay because buyers are coming in and taking out where the sellers were. However, right, that's just first part of things. I also look to see if the 3 and the 5 cross. In this case, I have a pink line that is my 3. Right here, you'll see the pink, and then the yellow is my 5. They're looking like they're about to cross, but not quite. And then down here, I want to see 3 things. I want to see all these yellows turn blue. I want to see this cycle start to hook and turn green. And look at, we got it right here. I'm going to make this easier to see. See how that cycle indicator is hooking and turning green? So that is check. These are not blue. And this, we'd like to see this get above this area right there. So right now, we have 1 out of the 3, but that's not enough to take the trade. Bear with me so far? Can you gather this so far? Give me a little feedback if this is making sense of what we're looking for. Excellent. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So I'm not ready to take this trade yet, but you could type into the chat where you see that we have all those things that we just laid out. Is this candle the one? Type in the chat if you think this is the place to go in. Give me a in or not yet. Oh, we got a lot of not yets. Okay. So people are on this. Okay, well, what's wrong with this? It looks pretty good, right? We got a lot of reversally. I even got the cross. I got the hook. This is a check. I have, ooh, almost all, but still. Now, if I had 5 out of 6, I might check it. What are we missing? Big G got it. RSI did not cross the middle, right? We're still in the bottom. So we got check. We got almost a check there, but this is definitely an X. If I don't have it, I'm not taking it. Very simple. I got to check it off. And when those things are checked, then I just enter the trade. Okay, one more candle. Let's let one more candle go by, see what happens. Oh, good thing we didn't take it here. We might have been hurting. Now, a lot of times I found that when this comes down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bearish candle, 9, 10 bearish candles in a row, a lot of times it doesn't do this. It'll come back up a little bit, gather some steam, and then go. Now, if it does this, what would that represent for us when you look at this? Masterclass training should know this, right? What would that be? What would that signify? Why would this be important if that's what it does? A pullback, elegant entry. We got some people know. Just in terms of structure, we've got lower lows, lower highs, right? What happens if it comes up and it comes down to here and then it reverses? Would you call this a higher low? Yes. And that is part of structure changing. It's not necessarily a reversal yet, but it's a higher low. Then we want to see a higher high and more higher lows, and then we have what we want in our trade. What we're trying to do is we're trying to catch that moment in time when it changes from this to this. And one of the clues is when you notice it makes a higher low. So that's one of the things I'm looking for here. We didn't take the trade here. We kind of liked it, but we didn't have it all. And kind of would like to see a higher low. That wasn't on the checklist, but it's kind of a thing that we study. Oh, look at that one. Good thing we weren't sitting in that trade. This would be going against us. You know, that's $30, $40 a contract right there. Okay, one more. Ooh, I like that. And I really like that because now, do you see what we were just talking about? Low, came down. It couldn't break. Like if this was still bearish, it might have done this, right? It couldn't. It got stopped right here and it made a higher low. So that's structure. Now, what's the thing that we look for now for the higher high? It's got to take out this level, right? If it takes that level, show's on. Good job. Yes, we're getting some good answers in there. Well done. You guys are on this. How's our dots? Do we have it? Yeah, not quite. Check. Do we have this? Not quite. Not ready to trade. I do have structure, but I'm not quite ready to trade. I just got to wait for the rest of these. If it works, it'll come. It'll be there. I got to be patient. And if the checklist, here's what I found. If these things don't ever show up and you take it anyway, you're probably going to get to experience this pain. So it's a patience waiting game sometimes. We waited through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are 2-minute candles, so 16 minutes of waiting so far. And oh, man. Well, good thing we didn't take the trade. It's probably not ever going to happen, right? Look at that. But then look at this. What does this tell you? Sellers tried to take it back down and then couldn't. They took a big shot and the buyers like hit them right back. And now look at this. It's not a higher low, but it's a level low. Call it a double bottom. We ready to take the trade? There's a lot of buyers coming in here. Give me a yes and an in the chat if this is the moment you'd get in. Or a not yet. Oh, not yet. Okay, all right. We want more. What is it that we don't have? What do we still need? What were you waiting for? Yes, good. I have 1. I have almost 2. I do not have 3. This is still keeping me out of the trade. So we need more candles. Let's give it another candle. Oh, now I started to notice here, and I pointed out in the moment, you see how this is a level here where it came up once and got rejected. Came up twice and was rejected. Sold off. Came up again and was rejected. So I said at that point, I don't really want to take any trade until we can just get above that level because it looks like there are sellers sitting here. When they are all done and we can actually break through, then I'm interested. Yeah, maybe. RSI is getting close. It's not quite there yet. There. Okay. Are we in? How about now? Things might change. We broke the level I just drew, right? Are we in? Look carefully. This is still a check. Woohoo! This, look, we went all blues, and these greens are also good for us. That means the ticks are positive. No, it broke the level I drew. What's the holdup? We got the 3-5 cross. We got the double bottom. What might you want to see? What is it? What's the missing piece? All of you know, sayers. We got a couple yeses. We got a mixed bag. I thought it might be a mixed bag here. If you're saying no, what would you want to see? What are you still waiting for? Nobody's answering. You can hear me, right? Still hear me? Okay. Shift Master, what would you like to see? Where'd everybody go? Michael, you still hear me? Uh-oh.
Yeah, you're good.
What happened? I'm okay? Okay. It was frozen on my... Oh, okay, now it's all coming through. Everything was frozen there for a second. All right, fantastic. Sorry. I think my computer just froze there for a moment. Okay, we're in. Cool. For me, it was not yet. It was almost, but not yet. Because when I really look at this RSI, it's looking like it's close, but not quite there. You might be able to take this trade and like it, but actually what I like to see, we broke this level. I like to see it. Can we pull back and just retest and hold and then go? Also, the 5 and 21 for me, this yellow and the blue, when those cross, it kind of gives me a little extra confirmation. I don't absolutely need it, but I love it when that happens. So we get a little pullback. Is that pullback holding? We got a low, we got a level low, we got a little higher low here, maybe a little higher low here. That was the candle. As this candle was forming on the way up, this was our entry. Getting in right into that candle. Mine turns yellow because that's when the 5 and 21 cross, I programmed it to tell me that. But do you notice also this? RSI crosses the middle. And we have solid blues. So if anybody can go check, blues and greens, check, above here. And I even programmed it to have this little line to tell me, check. If you can do check, 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 you can day trade. That's what's great. You can day trade. Because we got into the trade right here. And then look at how it played out. Now we identified there was a level here. That was a previous low and a low and a low. So we thought it might pull back a little bit here, but never fear. That's not a reason to get scared. It did. And then we outlined here's the move. If it stays in the top half of that move, it's probably still going to go. My target for my trade, this is VWAP here. I was trying to exit at VWAP. You can see VWAP was a place it was reacting earlier.
Jason, did you convert the vert trade, or did you just buy straight up calls?
No. This was a convert the vert. So we bought the 59.75, 59.80 debit spread. And I bought it, I believe, I was trying to get it for 240, and this went way up. So I think I bought mine for 260. And then we sold the credit spread of 59.80, 59.85. So I had two contracts, is what I did. I bought two of them at $2.60 or $260. I bought it right here. Then as this trade went along, it hit my target right there. Bam. I took off one contract for $300. So I made $40 cash. And then my second one, this credit spread was now worth $260. So I sold that so I could bring in as much money, I could collect as much money as what I paid for this. So since I paid out and brought in the same amount, essentially that was free. This credit spread paid for my debit spread, and now I'm holding a butterfly into the end of the day. and it didn't land there, but had it landed here, it ended up landing down here. But if it landed here, that was a $500 potential lottery ticket. So I got 40 bucks right then, plus potentially a whole heck of a lot more if it had landed there. And this was our trade. Now, some people did calls and puts or held on longer than I did. So we talked about having a stop here, and then just riding this thing up and letting this thing marinate a little bit. I like to ride my 5 moving average. This is the 5, so as long as it stays above there, I'm in the trade. And boom. What I like to do is when it closes below the 5 here, I like to mark out that low and then say if there's one more candle that closes below there, I'm out. Oh, still alive. Still alive. Still alive. Still alive. Oh, there we go. Out.
Yellow bar is coming.
Yeah, I'll bet. Yeah. Oh, yeah, here it is. You can see it. This right here, you see that little peak of the red? There's a red. That was a red bar, which meant it was probably yellow right in here. It was probably a big yellow right in here.
That's the
right
exit.
before it turned red. Boop. Now you can also look left. Sometimes you can find levels like this, where you're like, when I hit this level that previously you turned the market, maybe I'll just take some things off. So if I had done more contracts, I would have taken one off here. I would have taken one off here. Then I would have taken my last bit whenever I see the yellow bar. And so you can get multiple flies, multiple cash in your pocket. And it turns out like it was a beautiful trade that you can see afterwards. We had, here's our lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, higher low, higher high, higher low. You could see that change in structure, and we were able to catch it right here.
Perfect.
So that was our trade.
Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video from Trade With Me Now. Make sure to go ahead and like this video and subscribe to our channel so you make sure that you catch our next video right when it's released. Also, if you have a question or comment, please leave that in the comment section below. And of course, if you want to learn more about Trade With Me Now or join our community of profitable traders, go to tradewithmenow.com. There's also a link in the description below.